stored suppressed emotions. Wilhelm Reich in the West was the father of bodywork. He was a psychologist under Freud, and he very much described how we suppress our emotions, and they're stored in the body. I almost relate it to a computer, a hard disk drive. You write all this stuff to it for years, and even if you erase it, oftentimes bits and pieces of it are still there, because all it is knock off the first letter, and you can no longer get an index. So in parallel with your spiritual advancement, I always recommend people work on their personality work, their personality issues, and clearing that out. What the Taoists teach us very effectively is that our souls connect with us when we make love. And when you get to the point where you have a partner who is very balanced for you, you find that your souls are literally making love. So when you get advanced in this path, you will find not only that you simultaneously will have orgasm, but that it can be extended for long periods of time, 10, 15, even 20 minutes. What that is literally your guardian angel, your soul are dancing at the same time. And this definition of soulmating is something that not many people understand. Oftentimes we throw this word soulmate out there. I'm looking for a soulmate as if there's only one out there. That's going to be an awful task to try to find that one individual somewhere on this planet of 2 billion. 2 billion. So we really can have many different soulmates in life. And when they talk about, influences from past lives, well, it doesn't necessarily mean that your soulmate was with you from a past life, and maybe that you meet in this life. And you connect up, and you do the spiritual practices to get to the point where this soulmating occurs. And when you do that, you're literally pulling yourself up to the cosmic plane. It is connecting with the Creator. Some cultures talk about sexuality or the orgasm as the little death. In other words, you're so close to the Creator, you don't get any closer unless you're at death. One of the important things that almost no one teaches in this country about the tantric systems, if, for example, you read Lama Yeshe's book, Introduction to Tantra, is the first thing you're taught is to meditate on the 5 elements. That is earth, water, fire, air, and ether. And then you meditate on the dark light and the clear light. These 7 stages that they're taught to meditate on are literally the stages of death. And they know this from people's experiences that come back from death. So by the time a tantric master reaches the end of their life, their death is a very smooth, easy process, because they've literally worked with it throughout their lives in this meditation. So oftentimes these things are not taught if you go, pick up a book or go to a workshop. That's probably the biggest difference between the Eastern and Western, teachings. Oftentimes in the West, it's taught pretty much as relationship enhancement or pleasure enhancement within the relationship. The Taoists teach a system of cultivating that sexual energy and turning it into spiritual energy. One of the primary exercises that I try to get people to do is called the microcosmic orbit. And again, you can find this through Mantak Chia's works as well as others. What this does is draws the sexual energy up, turns it into spiritual energy, builds a stronger spirit body, increasing their spiritual strength. And the side benefits are increased longevity. It spins the chakras and gives them power, balances them. The benefits are numerous, but it oftentimes takes time to see that and realize that. Just like meditation, it can take months before you really begin to be aware of what is happening for you in the long term. So the microcosmic orbit is a fairly simple exercise, and I'll describe it as briefly as I can. If you want to learn more, certainly you can read the texts from Antak-Chia and get very distinct descriptions of the exercise. What you're going to do is to focus on your breathing. So as you breathe in and breathe out, you want to first is to draw energy up the spine, up the back of the spine. So you're literally pulling the sexual energy up the spine, and it transforms into spiritual energy. Some of which will actually go to the higher self. It'll go and literally feed your soul and your higher self. The second is to track the muscles in the perineum.
We're pounding these lessons home.
So you contract the muscles in the perineum. This in the West is described as a Kegel exercise. So on your in-breath, you contract the perineum and draw the energy up the spine. On the out-breath, you bring it down the front of the body, and you're going to store it in the spleen chakra, just below the navel. So you're literally drawing the energy up, bringing it down on the in-breath and out-breath, and storing it. Now you're going to do that for, say, 10 minutes. You're going to literally build up a charge in this chest of energy. The out-breath, you want to put the tongue to the roof of the mouth. This is called closing the gate. And what you're doing is you're connecting two main meridian channels in the body. So when you store it in the spleen chakra, you're literally fueling the fire of the cauldron. You're literally heating up that lesser metal. The Taoists teach about circling 3 times in one direction or 3 times in the other. And there's differences between the direction depending on if you're a man or a woman. This is the cauldron that will cook, and then the energy comes up through the heart and again purifies the heart. So you get several different benefits. You're building a stronger spirit body. You're increasing longevity. You're bringing life energy. You're charging up your chakras and your vertebrae with that energy. And then over a period of time, you purify the heart. And this helps to really get you into the heart and centered in the heart. This is a practice which you can do driving down the road, sitting in a traffic light, that sort of thing. You might practice it for 5 or 10 minutes a day. Do it during your lovemaking, that sort of thing. Over a period of time, the muscles get strengthened. You may find that it will change the way you have orgasms. You may have stronger ones, extended ones, multiple orgasms, that sort of thing. This is the kind of a exercise that will really, it gives people a much more incentive to continue on a spiritual practice than something harsh and disciplined where you have to sit and meditate for an hour. In the ancient times, this was not always accomplished as an individual to do the hard discipline of meditation. Someone would come behind you and smack you on the shoulder when you're sitting up straight doing your meditation right. So we have a different ability now to work with the spiritual advancement and to continue doing it, having the incentive to do it, and wanting to continue doing